What's up, everybody? Welcome to the garden. We got a lot going on in here. We got day 27 of flower, day 13 of flower, and day 47 of flower. Everything's looking really good, but we're going to kind of talk about what we're doing in here. So this is the 4x4 from Vivosun, the Fast Buds GG4 Sherbert. Now, she is a stretcher. This is a 4x4 tent, and this is probably about 4 foot tall. Now we do have our pot down here, so it's more like a 3-foot plant, but she's looking really good. We got the under canopy lighting going in here, and I've noticed a lot more of the lower nodes putting on pre-flowers a lot earlier than usual. So I think this under canopy lighting is going to be a really good thing. Like I said, we're creeping into week 4 of flower right now, so we're dropping that humidity. We're about 65%. We're going to drop it down to 60, and we'll maintain that for a week and then drop it down slowly, 55%, 50%. And then our PPFD right now is about 800, and we will crank that up to about 900. And if the girls like it, we'll get into the thousands. But we want to keep that right VPD in here. So if we're rocking that 60% humidity, we want to be about 75, 78 degrees, which is what we're at right now. We got good airflow in here. You want to keep good air going as your pre-flowers start to produce nugs, because these nugs become dense and you don't want to have a issue of mold or any type of issue. So keep good airflow in here. Keep your VPD on point. Follow the PPFD chart. Pulse Grow has a really good chart for your par. It has a good chart for your VPD, so go check them out. Everything's looking really good. 30-gallon pot. So we'll get in here and clean up some of the leaves, but for the most part, we're hands off, water only for the rest of this one. Over here to the 8x8 from AC Infinity. This is the Magic Candy Mountain OG, and we need to do a big defoliation in here, but other than that, everything's looking really good. We're watering only, and we're creeping into week 2 of flower, so we're still rocking that high 65% humidity, and then we're rocking about 78 degrees Fahrenheit. The PPFD on the new MyGrow lights, we're about 700 right now, so we'll slowly crank them up like we do in the other beds and get them up to 900 to 1,000 as the grow goes on. So we're going to rock the 700, keep our VPD. This is the Ricky's hash plant, looking really good. Now, this is one plant in here, and this is a 3x3 bed. Now, the other plant is right here. This is all that's left of that one. This one plant has completely cannibalized the other one. So kind of the downside growing in a 3x3 bed, but it doesn't matter because look at the size of this plant. It is massive. We're going to get amazing yields cleaning this up. Now, I just looked up on these. I was trying to figure out what these were because it wasn't ringing a bell to me, but these are a mustard seed that have actually bloomed. So this is really cool. We're probably going to eventually take this down, and what I want to do is put a trellis archway between these 2 beds so we can walk through here clear, but then we'll vine different types of vines and plants around this trellis. So that's going to be really cool. That way we can have a walkway, because we need a walkway to get back to this tray to grow, which is looking really good. We got a lot of new top heads on here. We'll get up and clean it up a little bit, like pulling leaves off like this. You can see that it's covering. As soon as you pull this off, you got a brand new head right there. So keep up on the defoliation, especially in flower. When you can start seeing bud sides, you'll be able to tell what you should pull and what you shouldn't. Just an auto watering system. The system is shut off right now. We had some high watering. We used the EcoWit, and we were about 38, 40%. So we want to see that dip down into the lower 30s before we turn that back on. But everything's looking really good in here. Like I said, we've been watering only this whole grow on every bed, and everything's absolutely crushing it. And before we end this video, we're actually going to talk about the next genetics, what we're going to be running in here and which bed. So stick around, Gromies. We'll go ahead. We'll talk about this 5th dimension from All Kid, and then we're going to talk about the next run. So starting to get frosty in here. Creeping into week 7 of flower. So we got the humidity down about 55% right now, 78 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we have about 850, 875 PPFD. I'm actually going to crank that up. We're at 100% right now. So in order to get more PPFD, yes, you may lose coverage, but we're going to bring this light down just a little bit, maybe 2-3 inches. That should get us our 900 PPFD, which is what I like to look after on a grow. It's a great flower percentage, unless you're adding CO2 or more factors to where you can start getting over the thousands. But low and slow is what I like to do. I don't want to stress anything out, and we're getting some absolutely great frost. We're starting to get some stacking going on here. And this is a 3x3 from Spiderfarmer, completely filled out. And this has been a self-trainer. If you've been watching along, we did not put a scrog on this, which we normally do. We just put some bud clips on and early flower, and we actually still have one on here. You want to pull these off, but they will break before they break your stem. So that's really cool. Code Cantaloupe will save you off at Bud Trainer if you want to try them out. They got great bud cups and a lot of training tools. So Fifth Dimension looking amazing. The whole garden's looking amazing, guys. We're letting this go. This is set it, forget it. We're not going to do much more. We may pull a leaf or two here, but we got a lot of top heads here. So we're going to leave it alone and just focus on environment and PPFD. And then over here, we're going to do a huge defoliation. We're not doing any lollipopping, not very much lollipopping, because I want to show you guys you can get the yields without doing the extra steps, the extra training. So you can see this whole grow. If you've been watching along, we have not done a lot. We've just been watering, of course, and then dialing in our environment and our PPFD, and then minor defoliation, sometimes even a little major defoliation. But you can see below, a lot of this could be cleaned up, but we're not going to. We're going to let it go, show you guys that you can get amazing yields with a hands-off grow. That's what this channel is about. Get you guys the yields, spend less money and less time down here, and more doing things you like to do for fun. So everything is looking great, Gromies. Let's go ahead. Let's dive in. Let's talk about the next runs, because we like the perpetual grow. So that perpetual grow is keeping things going. So start planning when you're in flower your next seeds. Hey guys, so I hope you enjoyed the garden tour. Everything's looking really good, and I appreciate you guys for always following along, subscribing, and being part of the grow. I like teaching you guys, and I like you guys teaching me, and it's just an amazing community to be a part of, and we're going to keep bringing it up, keep expanding. So I'm really excited, guys. So where I got you here at the end of this garden update is I want to talk about the next run. So when you're trying to get a perpetual grow, you're trying to keep this cycle going for your medicine, you want to start thinking about your next run when you get into flower. This is something that I like to do. You by no means need to, but I'm a procrastinator. So if I can just plan ahead and I can still allow myself to procrastinate a little bit, you're still going to be on time. So when these plants are starting to get into flower, they're getting to the ends of flower. You know, you're week 7 and you think these are 2 to 3 weeks. And then I know that's hard to tell because it's all about the development of the trichomes and everything. So you're going to be using your looper. But when you are roughly about 2 to 3 weeks out from harvesting your plants, you want to start your next run, your next set of beans. That way, when you cut your plants down and harvest them, you're planting right into the bed right after that re-amend, and you're keeping it going. You always got this plant going. So I got a bag here. This is my crown bag. I like to keep my seeds in a crown bag or any type of bag and keep them in the refrigerator. You know, it's not high tech. You don't want to get some humidity. You don't want to get moisture to your seeds. And I've heard a lot of gromies put their seeds in the fridge just to keep them at a nice temperature, not a freezing temperature, but a dry environment with cool temperatures. So we just keep them in this bag here. So I got 4 different genetics. The 5th one is actually a clone from Goat Genetics, and we'll jump over there to the 2x2 from AC Infinity and show you what kind of clones we're going to be running here. But for the genetics here, let's go ahead and pull this out. We got the Chill Out OG F4 from Mr. Grow It. Now, this means a lot to me because we ran the F1s, the F2s, the F3s. We're running the Magic Candy Mountain OG, which is the Purple Frost Giant from Welcome to the Grow Tent, crossed with Mr. Grow It's Chill Out OG. So I love the Chill Out OG. It's a very, very dense, high stacking, great producing plant. It's not got the full terp flavor that I look for. It's got more earthy, more piney, a little bit of gas in there, but the yield on it is astronomical, and we actually won the Growers Gauntlet Cup, and got to go to LA, and we got to meet the whole From the Stash crew and the AC Infinity, the Northern Scrogger, ICANN THC. We got to meet all those guys out there, so it was really, really fun to go out there and shout out Mr. Grow It, Team Grow It. We got to win the gauntlet. So that's why we're going to be running these F4s, because I love it. And not only that, but I got to learn from Mr. Grow It. And I'm sure most of you have learned from Mr. Grow It. He's the OG, He started back in the day teaching us how to grow. And we were using VPNs to hide ourselves on the internet. At least I was. And looking up how to grow and stuff. So, but anyways, we're running the Chill Out OG F4, and we're going to be running them in this bed right here, the Ricky's Hash Plant bed. So these, stay tuned. These are going to be an amazing grow. They're dialed in, and Mr. Grow is an awesome breeder. Up next, we got the Westlow. This is the double dose diesel F2. If you haven't heard of Westlow, go check him out. Really good dude. He's affiliated and partnered up with Build-A-Soil. They've ran a lot of their gear over there, and it's been great every time. I do crop culture. This is part of his crop culture box that we tried to get out and do giveaways for, and Instagram and YouTube shut it down, and they wouldn't allow us to do this giveaway, and we got a bunch of restrictions from it. So me and him talked about it, and we were like, you know what, why don't I just run this gear, and then we can work about another giveaway on the future episodes. So Westlow Double Dose Diesel, this is going to be running in the Tray to Grow from Autopot USA. And then we had to have some Seedsman genetics in here. Love my Seedsman, great group over there. Code Cantaloupe will save you percentage off if you want to run any of their gear. They got amazing breeders over there. A lot of great cultivars. So this is the Ice Dream Cake Fast. So we'll be running this, and this is going to be in the other 3x3 bed that the Magic Candy's growing in right now. So I'm really excited. I love running Seedsman. They got great genetics like we talked about, and I'm excited to run with these guys. All right, the last seed pack, my dude, Miles from Fermented Plant Extract. Wheat sure tastes good. He's a great guy. He's a huge agriculturalist. He loves to teach us about ferments and Jadam practices. So I actually went to his class in Chicago and got to learn a lot about fermenting, making your own ferments. So he's all about giving back to the community. He's really tied in over there, the Build-A-Soil crew, and I've seen this Mesa F3 grown many times, and it has just blown my mind. It's mouth-watering, and I'm really excited to be growing some of these genetics here. Go check these guys out. They know what they're doing. Really smart, great people, and that's what I like to do in the garden, is run stuff that means something to me. So you should run stuff that means something to you, whether that be flavor, whether that be terps, whether it be somebody that you know that's a breeder. So that's 4 of them. We got 5 beds. So let's go ahead. Let's take you over there and show you these Goat Genetics clones. All right, so we got the Goat Genetics clones here. We got 5 girls in here now. So we got this one here she's wanting to stretch. So we're going to probably bend that down a little bit, maybe clean it up. You could even top a clone if you're trying to keep it for a long time. I'm not really big into clones. I've actually never really ran many clones. I'm more of a seed guy, but Goat's a really good dude, and I wanted to run these genetics. So let's talk about them. We got some Goat's Cherry OG. That's that long girl back there. We got Goat's Grape, Goat's Breath, Strawberry Bubble Yum, and this one right here, Tropicana Tangerine. Now this one, the Tropicana Tangerine, he actually sent me samples, smoke samples of all this. He sent me rosin samples, and the winner by far was the Tropicana. I'm really excited. So I think this is going to be the one we run. Coming in at a close second was the Goat's Grape. The density, the smoke, everything was amazing. The tangerine just had a little more of that fruity profile. I am normally a gas guy, but it just had a great fruit taste to it. And then the strawberry bubble yum, that was the close 3rd place because the rosin was top. Out of all these, this rosin was on point and it had amazing flavor, great color. So I'm excited, Grummies. We're going to pick one of these. It's going to be hard, but we're leaning towards the Tropicana Tangerine. But they're all going to be great. We're going to keep these as moms, and we'll cover how we run these. And it may not go so good. I've never kept moms. I'm a big pot kind of guy, so the 1 gallons are harder to stay up on top of watering and feeding. We just got some Build-A-Soil Light in here, and we are watering that 5 to 10% of the 1 gallon. We have about 300 ppfd, and we're rocking about 75 degrees Fahrenheit and 75% humidity. So we're keeping that humidity up. These are fresh from my dude Goat, so we wanted to keep that high humidity, that medium temperature. You don't want to stress these girls out. All right, gang, so we got to see the clones, we got to see the garden, talked about the next run. I just want to thank you guys for always being a part of the channel. We got a lot of exciting stuff going up. We got a lot of great sponsors on the channel now, so things are going to start getting better. We're going to get more detailed, and I'm really excited. My boy Canna Matt, I don't know if you know about him. He's been around quite a bit. He's not a big social media guy, but he's got a huge garden, and he lives 20 minutes away from me. We work together. We grew up together. So we're going to be bringing him in. We're going to be going over to his garden and see how he does things. So stay tuned, Gromies. We're going to have 2 gardens, 2 giant gardens. Wait till you see my boy's garden. You're going to love it. And I appreciate you guys. Stay tuned. Much love, and we'll see you next time.